My name is James Perry, and this is Kevin Charles. We work for Family Medical and Counsel Services. I'm going to do a real quick training because being pressed to do it fast, so y'all have to pay attention. Okay, first thing is, if you see somebody who appears to be, if you see someone that appears to have overdose, which you're not probably going to know because you're probably not a doctor, but the good news is that if you use Narcan on someone that's not an overdose, you cannot hurt them. So don't be afraid to use it. That's very important. Second thing is that when you approach the person, you want to call their name. If you don't know their name, hey, you. Next thing you want to do is shake the person. If you still don't get a response, then you want to do what we call a sternum rub. Take your knuckles, rub it up and down the breastplate vigorously. It's very painful, and if you don't get a response, then it's a good chance that they overdose. Then you want to take the Narcan out, as my assistant will show you. You want to take your first two fingers and put on the top, your thumb on the bottom of the red part, showing the red part, and it's called one and done. You tilt the individual's head backwards, pick a nostril that you want to use, hopefully one is unobstructed. Pull your fingers all the way together till they meet. One strong, good time. At that particular point, but before you do that, there's one thing you got to do. That's called 911. You have to call 911 before you use the Narcan. Why? Because what it's going to do is going to knock the opioid off the opioid receptors. Person may come to, but within maybe a half an hour to 45 minutes, it's going to flow back to the receptors. If a person ODs and you wake them up, the first thing they're going to do is look for some more drugs. So if they shoot some more drugs in the next half an hour and then the other drugs flow back, then they're going to OD again, you're not going to be around. So it's very important you call 911. When they come, if it's not an OD, then you got professionals that can figure out what it is. And if it is OD, you got somebody that can get them help before it flows back. Got to call 911. Second thing is, after maybe 1 to 3 minutes, if you don't get any response, then you administer it again. You're going to have 2 shots in your, each box has 2 individual shots of Narcan. Okay. Recovery position. Once they come to or coming to, you don't want them to choke on their own. Sometimes people vomit, and you don't want them to choke on it, so you lay them on the ground and put them on their side. Use one arm as a pillow. Use their leg in this position, the top leg, so that they can't roll any further. That's very important. And then you stay with them until help arrives. That's the short of it. That's it, and that's all. Hey, another thing, I'm gonna have to get ready to give up the mic, but I want to say this. The key to, if you want to change what's going on in our communities, then you grab a young man like I did, and you tell them everything positive that you know. That's all you gotta do. If everybody grabs somebody that's receptive, that's open, and give them what they know, you'll be amazed how fast things change. The second thing we need to do is all these people up here that like Mo, I appreciate what you did, but like him, there's a lot of people that have platforms that have a network. Then they need to find people that is positive and let them do what they can do. We need to connect and stop being individualized. Thank you.